Shadygrove. Your next adversary, Lord Ludwig, is currently patrolling his keep, considering himself and all of his subjects safe in this land. Known as a cowardly wretch, he has always relied on others to do his fighting for him. This is one battle he will not avoid.
Okay, traverse the moat of Lord Ludwig's fort and wrestle the polearm from him. Find and claim the guard rooms, lead a charge of grouped creatures into Lord Ludwig's fort.
Lord Ludwig knows your intentions, evil keeper. But mark, he cowers in his castle, not to weigh behind what he supposes is the safety of the drawbridge now destroyed by his own hand. From here he has entrusted your destruction to his goodly warriors, whom he feels are more than equal to the task. For our part, we must know that they and he will perish, slain by forces under your command.
It's a shame that the map is like this, mainly because it's so goddamn useless. We'll see what happens. The initial imps are really valuable. And a new spell. It has to be the possession spell.
You need a treasury to store gold.
You actually probably want the treasury before.
You claimed a portal.
Shit. Yeah, we probably don't want to get that. Yeah.
A new species of creature has entered your dungeon.
I need
Your
to
creatures require a place to rest. Build them a lair.
Yeah, no hurry. What was the creature anyway? Goblin. Don't really care what happens with that. Possibly do something more useful. This area is important now. I don't recall what I'm doing. That should be enough to get things started. I need other rooms very fast because we don't want too many goblins. Having some of them is fine, but they aren't exactly all that useful. Probably need a 3x3 area for this library is of any use. Yes, 0 less to 0.
Observe the creature panel on your screen. Click on creatures' numbers once or more to carry them, then drop them where you will, just as before. Observe also the symbols which lie beside. Use these to gauge your beast's activities, the number which now fight or work, and whether they remain good-humored.
This system isn't good. We should have the overall number of these guys somewhere, and then a few work numbers. Now,
A new species of creature
there's no
has
single
entered your
place for me to
dungeon.
click to pick up creatures unless I switch the screen again. So the information itself is just welcome, but while certain management things have definitely improved, others have gone downhill. You need the levels on pickup and in generally seeing what your creatures do and the overall number at the same time. That could have been done better. What is this? Goblin fighter, fighting style flanker. Support. What is this? Attack, defense, something else. So maybe the combat related choice is better. Because but it's not useful. The work related is much more useful, but it lacks the overall number. And the overall number as only number, that's useless. So we have choices between and the move. At least that could be useful from time to time. This system just isn't good. It's not the worst thing ever, but just isn't good. I do want a training room. I also want to probably extend the layer at some point, so 4x4 training room. Let's start with that.
A new species of creature has entered your dungeon.
Yeah, couldn't have said what the thing was. When we start to get creatures that hate each other, we'll have to go to a multiple layer setup or just kick one or the other out entirely. Skeletons and biodemons, I think, are hostile at least. I don't recall much of the others. Only some training going. How many of these? Only 3. That's no good. Any research being done? Yes.
A new spell has been researched.
So I'm gonna special.
Possession spell. Cast on a given creature places you within its soul. Your eyes behind its eyes. and makes its movement fully under your control.
Very useful. Now, let's start spreading down. We get extra mana from this anyway, so it's useful. But there are a few areas of interest, luckily these little holes that I want to check out. Might be nothing, might be something important. Ooh, control. Ooh. What can we do? We have haste and hard work. Whatever that is.
You possess your creatures admirably. I see you're adept at this new skill. So, time to try another. Grouping. It enables you to band a number of your beasts together in a group. To do it, first possess a creature, then select the group key. Then look through the creature's eyes which you possess. And then, when you spy another, left-click upon the mouse. All creatures thusly grouped will follow you wherever you may go.
Okay. That's not the group key. What's the group key? Yeah, that might be a good thing to know. So, define keys. What is the group key? Okay, we can creep and run to the group key. Toggle graphical user interface, that was my first choice. Why would I want to get rid of it? I guess for screenshots or something like that. Toggle player information. Yeah, what is the group mode though? You couldn't have even said what the default key for it was. Okay, I actually don't see it. Sniper mode, possessed, pick lock, disarm, use attack, possessed creep, possessed arm, possessed melee, first spell, second spell, third ability, ooh, select group, 7. Okay, didn't expect that. Possessed, remove from group, G. Naturally 7 is the select, and that. Remove from group is G. Okay. 7, why didn't I think of that? Where are my imps? Okay, 7. It's following me now. Okay. Yeah, what do we want? Away from group mode? What? Choose a weapon. Oh yeah. So this is probably the way you need to attack in this. Well, in Dungeon Keeper 2, it was done through call to arms spells. Here it might be we need to group up and then go. This would be a better choice. Reason being because it doesn't use mana
It is payday.
or money to do it. So even if you're broke, you can still make an assault. That's infinitely better than if you are broke or have low mana. You can't attack at all anymore. That seems something you don't really want in your game. Yeah. Wonder if they're still groups. Seem to be moving as a group. Yeah, now they spread about.
Your create imp spell has been upgraded.
There's no group. Could at least return to the default camera position. A couple more imps wouldn't hurt. Yeah, 10. Okay. No. Yeah, I want to see where this goes. Some kind of water area. Same here. What do we have? Couple trolls. We should pull the door there too. And there. So, guard room. For a guard room. How do you get those? Okay, we need to go through here.
A wooden door has been created in your workshop.
Here. We probably are going to get some kind of an additional unit from that. Don't have a lot of combat capability. On the other hand, research is being done and it's
Your
necessary
Thunderbolt
to do.
spell has been upgraded.
Yeah, possession upgraded. What would the difference be? Mana cost 500. Maybe the mana drain decreases or the cost decreases. Ah, we're entering the enemy era.
Drop your creatures here to keep them lively and alert, thence ready for the fight. The flashing area which surrounds it marks the zone where any brush with trouble by your creatures will give cause for them to dash back and report, so reinforcements can be found. Make sure there's adequate provision for your minions' needs nearby, for though they are on guard, they still require their creature comforts, and it's wise to minimize the time they stray from duty.
Skeletons are good for that. They don't have... you don't have to pay them, you don't have to feed them, so... Once you stick them to a job, any job, they'll do that and nothing but that. Until there comes a reason to stop doing it. So guarding would be an excellent choice.
A wooden door has been created in your workshop.
Let's do that. Here... yeah... probably want there and a hatchery. We're gonna get something new. We have... what,
Your possession
5?
spell has...
Ooh.
Behold, the Dark Elf. Her sniping skills as sharp as bolted arrows which she shoots. She serves you well in line behind your fighters, and excels in duty as a guard.
Are you going to guard or to drain? Looks like the guard. I have no use for a level 1 guard though. Research is done, so they come to train automatically. Lovely. Now, I want a lair here, and I want a hatchery there. I don't think we need extra anything here, it's so close away. Maybe. Maybe we do want an extra door. Also a sentry trap, it could be a nice sort of a reinforcement here if something happens. Yeah, that's a hero portal, a hero gate. The placement of the gun is probably not all that great though. Can I slip? This might be better. Yeah. Only one dark elf though. What are you doing? So, if there's nothing to be built, they do train up. That's certainly a welcome thing. We're running out of money though. What's the weekly salary cost? 7,000. So yeah, we do have to start pushing through fairly quickly.
Quick saved.
Level 2. Level 1. What are the trolls doing? They're doing anything. Yeah, I don't want to isolate the workshop because we might want to lock in the trolls at some point. We're getting very low on money, so...
A wooden door has been created in your workshop.
What is the better position spell going to do? No idea. Maybe it was something related to mana cost, upkeep while being possessed, that sort of thing. We can't get rid of the gates. Yeah. So we're just sitting here waiting for something to happen. I do intend to
A sentry trap has been created in your workshop.
see what's here. They should not be able to dig into our areas. Their dwarves dig in, but no one else. Yeah, now we need to start gathering up money again, otherwise we won't be able to do things for long.
A wooden door featured in your workshop. It is payday.
Unfortunately, I know.
You have claimed a guard room.
Hmm? Train up. I think we have mostly level 4. Let's try this. You'll stay there. Clear there. I'm sure the dark elves would be happier with that. We'll see how this works. By the way, we need more money. Gates. Ah. Now we have a guard in every garden here. What do we want to make up? So there's a hatchery, there's a bed, everything is in order. But the bigger treasury.
Your creatures are complimenting you on your dungeon.
Isn't that nice? Yeah, the dark elves are still very weak. Okay, I do want to go take a bit of a look around.
A dark elf has become unhappy because she has no lair.
Which one of you doesn't have a lair? There is a lot of these places. I think that's horse crap. I probably just shoved him in there, in the training room, and before she had the time to put up a toadstool here. Any kind of reaction? Not really. So. Yes, there is. Lovely. Away. Training room. We should have a...
Your minions need a larger training room.
It should be a level 4 creature. So... Killer here. Take that one. Flint. Might as well put a cannon here. Yeah, just thinking I should be... How should we do it? Those are dwarves, so they're able to dig. Yeah, the goblins should be able to take care of them. As terrible as they are, those are probably worse. Also, we need to build a... I don't want to build a treasury there. It's too easy for them to just capture gold. But somewhere nearby there definitely should be a treasury. Yeah, the workshop is way too big for armies.
A sentry trap has been created in your workshop.
Reason why I don't want a lot of sentry traps is I don't particularly want to spend my mana there.
Your portal has attracted as many creatures as it can.
Bells. How good are these trolls? Level 4. What is it now? Yeah, the archer on his own is not good enough to really do anything. So what you need is at least someone to basically do the melee thing and then have maybe a support character there. You're the support.
It is payday.
Okay. Take to the lair to recover. Is that it? Yeah, that's nice. Nothing to research, so I'm putting people into guard rooms. Level 5 someone, something. Yeah, goblin. Can't train that, that's pure combat ability. F5 is already over. Okay, let's got our guard situation. Yeah, I'm putting you here. Same as you. Why can't I target you? Okay, that seems fairly effective. There's a stun effect on this attack. What is that? Thunderbolt? Makes them very susceptible to damage taking. What is here? You. That's no good. Could I get a wizard here too? Sort of getting to know the system, it seems like the guard rooms are fairly could be useful. I didn't use them in Dungeon Keeper, but at least in here they seem to be very useful, especially here when you need to react to the enemy force. And so you don't have to handheld everything. There's some kind of independent action going on. You don't have to react to every kind of emergency on your own immediately.
Quick saved.
I didn't come here for the gold. I came here to take a look at these little areas. Is there anything there? Our goal was to kill the bastard, though. Where does this go? Could make more.
Your treasury is too small.
We aren't using our spell power on anything, so more imps would be possible. We do want the bigger treasury, even if it's not anywhere near there. Want to store the gold somewhere. If we build it here, it's gonna just get stolen by the enemy. guess we could expand this. Not a huge fan. Here. It's far away, but build it somewhere. We can build extra doors to protect it or something. Just a bit of a delay. You don't seem to be busy for the moment, so build that. Anyway, I think there's an infinite amount of enemies basically spawning from those gates, so what is that? Raises all of your minions by 1 experience level. Very useful.
A wooden door has been created in your workshop. I see you have discovered a magical item.
Are we still storing them in here? I think so.
Your portal has attracted as many creatures as it can.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Now, I want to leave the gold there. Again, worthwhile to explore these. And you're sort of better off doing them now. Because if you do it after the fight is already over, all of these little things are basically useless anyway. I'm fairly certain there's another magical item here too. Not sure what it would be, but...
Never eat anything bigger than your own head, Keeper.
Okay. Words of wisdom, I guess. I do like the fact that you can use the special items from the magic menu. You don't have to go hunt them down anymore. What is that? It raises all of your minions by 1 experience level. So that's at least level 6 on all combat units. That's a significant difference already.
I see you have discovered a magical item. A wooden door has been created.
That's probably the only one we'll find here. We don't want to go through that. We want to break through the sides. See how it goes. Again, we're at full immunity, so I'll create imps even though they're very expensive at this point. We have to spend the extra somewhere, so we're never full. Otherwise the extra mana being produced will just go to waste. How many imps do we have? 17. Yeah, that's quite a lot. So that's 100,000 mana down the drain. For 5 new imps, I guess. We should have a very powerful capture, construction, fixing group now. He wants his chicken. Why is that locked? I don't recall locking it. Yeah, apparently I did. The high point of that door was just to delay an enemy attack, nothing more. Yeah, we still could... screw it. I want to focus on new areas. So there's definitely a moat here. I think that's pretty much guaranteed on both sides.
It is payday.
How much is it? 10,000. We have 130,000, so money is not going to be an obstacle here. I'm saving the level ups to, although I think we've done training. We're finished training at this point, so
Your creatures have been blessed with experience. Your creatures have been blessed with experience.
we're looking at least level 6 guys at this point. Level 7 there. What does a level 7 goblin know? Don't know anything. Basic attack, that's it. I guess that's better at it. How much better? Let's look at your stats. Wait. I actually don't see any stats.
Behold, Lord Ludwig's old decrepit servant Bob, who's left on guard alone. Disturb him, and he'll call his comrades. 'Twould be best if he stayed quiet. Possess a dark elf. Use her eyesight. Zoom your vision to the target. Once you have him, shoot and kill. Sure, that'll keep him quiet. Your treasury is too small.
What's that? What is it? I don't know, but breaking through that probably gets you it. There's unbreakable walls here, so. Ooh, extra creatures, possibly. Level 6 troll and a goblin, they'll probably handle a couple of level 1 creatures. Actually, no. It's not that they can't handle it, it's that they'll refuse to fight entirely. They're too scared. Yeah, now there's a response. But we'll lose the turret. Oh god, goblins are not.
You've taken over an enemy portal.
Goblins are not
The
guard
second
material.
portal is now claimed. Prepare, as from it 5 more creatures may be drawn forth to your dungeon.
Problem with them is if you just leave a couple of them, they won't even fight, even if they are better than the enemy. Five more creatures.
I see you have discovered a magical item.
What is it this time? What are these? Reinforced walls. It looks like weaponry. I guess it's just there for the show. Okay, I've got 5 new creatures. Level 1 goblin, is it? It's troll. don't go guarding around. You're gonna train yourself, you're useless level 1 guy. So 5 new guys seem to be mostly dark elves.
Your portals have attracted as many creatures as they can.
It's fine.
Your guard room is too small.
Where? Anyway, we need the sniper. At the same time, we need to make sure no one gets to
A
interrupt us.
sentry trap has been created in your workshop. A wooden door has been created in your workshop.
We'll break through that and try to snipe the bastard. We probably should learn how the sniping works before we go ahead and try it. What is that? Receive imps. I think we need that now.
Your creatures are impressed with your work.
More level 1 trash. No, nothing. Okay, what do we have? We have our... This is supposed to be a long range bow attack, is it? No, that is... Throw knives. Very slow to recharge. Okay. And what was it? Was it insert? That's nice. Now, I need an imp. Any volunteers? Yeah, you're great at this. Get the hell out. We want... Who we want? I want you. So can I see the... Okay. We'll creep around here. Never hear us coming. Where is the bastard? There.
It is payday.
Yeah, it was nice, but I think also outside our weapons range. Okay, so it highlights the target. It's only when we're within its weapon range. I have no idea if I'm even doing any good. Yeah. Holy shit, they regenerate. I'm in no real danger, but I'm also not sure how effective this really is. Yeah, I think I'll make progress. Exactly great progress though. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this also indicates when we can shoot at it. It has a small area of effect. I mean the cannon, so we can't just dart it a little. Not exactly a sniping simulator.
Your portals have attracted as many creatures as they can. Your creatures are unable to get to a treasury.
Yeah, you did fine.
Quick saved.
I better save somewhere else. Only when you rely over heavily in a single save, yeah, things go
Game
wrong.
saved.
So now the guard has been silenced. Maybe I can now let an imp go there and see what kind of interesting things he can do there. That's a potential secret right there. Yeah, go check it out first. This could be a way to bypass the defenses too. It was nothing. We do want to capture everything here before moving on. Question is, what would be the best way to move on? This looks like another potential interesting area. I don't want to let all the imps come in here. Whoops. Teleporting imps.
A moat of stagnant water circles round Lord Ludwig's fort. Your imps will be unable to claim it on their own, so group your strongest forces in a band as one, and only then make bold attempt to reach the other side.
Yeah, group up your strongest forces in a band, and yeah, lead the group there. I actually don't like this. I mean, the first person parts here are the suckiest parts in this game, as far as I'm concerned, so I would wish there would be an option to just lead the creatures on their own. So even though I wasn't a huge fan of the call to arms spells, how it was implemented, I wish something like that was here too. I wish to lead your band on your own, on their own would be an option, not a mandatory thing.
Your guard room is too small.
Don't give a crap. It's probably another way to just wait for a while before breaking through this. What is this? View map. Yeah, we probably want that before we do anything else. Now, we're at the end of the map anyway. Yeah, level 18, it just teleports from place to place. Mainly that'll help to decide should we go to the sides here still or just attack and finish things.
I see you have discovered a magical item.
I'll use them after they're being returned to the library. Yeah, screw it.
The entire realm has been revealed to you.
We could attack from the side of the guard rooms. But, is that really the best option? There are cannons there. Versus this, where they really don't have anything. It doesn't look like there's anything here. The problem is, I don't know how trustworthy that is. Does it really mean there can't be anything secret there? Or does it just show the terrain? I'll go have a look. Yeah, I think we'll go through the sides. Screw that. We might be able to avoid the hero gates. That might be
It
the...
is payday.
Yeah, that might be a reason. They could pump out new units when we go there. Screw that. We'll wait for the people to get their goal and then we'll make a team. Wonder how well that will work with teleporting enemies, I mean our own units. So, because it takes quite a lot of time to go into grouping mode and just selecting all your creatures you want to attack with. We need anyway, we need some kind of balanced group.
Your portals have attracted as many creatures as they can.
We need probably all our trolls. They're the only blocker unit we have. We have a flanker, we have a support unit, and we have a support unit. Flankers basically try to go for a backstepping type of thing. Blockers are your straight up fighters. Support is something that you don't want to be fighting with anyone. So since we only have 3 blockers, we'll take them all. We'll take a handful of flankers too. And yeah, quite a few.
Your creatures are unable to get to a lair.
Yeah, how do we... I think we have as many creatures as we can. That's a problem. Okay, grouping mode. Was it Control G? We want to view trolls, we can get them. I think we are a troll. That... We're missing someone. Thank you. Okay, let's go. Okay, 2 trolls, 2 goblins, and 5 support. I want to wait until everything's gathered up. Oh, there's North. With frontline guys, we can. So, not much of a fight. Yeah, get to the portal game, you slow motion walker. Is this really necessary at the end of every level? It seems totally pointless.
Organize your security with the guard room. Stake your claim on new shores with a wooden bridge.
Definitely continue on.
A dark elf has become unhappy because she has no food.
Don't care. Well, I do care, but not really. Now, let's go. Okay, no enemies here, so I guess we're done. Ah. Okay, what are you waiting for? They're not doing anything. Okay, I just want to go check one thing. Basically, what's
Your
here?
creatures are unable to get to a lair.
Why?
Your creatures are unable to get to a treasury.
Why? Walk over the... Jesus Christ, you're so incompetent.
A goblin has become angry because he has no food.
Still someone there. Okay. Level 8 wizard that should be able to take a gun out fairly quickly. Level 6 and level 7. That's all you have. Now, let's go take a look. Again,
A troll has become angry because he has no food. A troll has become unhappy because he has no food.
We have food.
Your portals have attracted
we
as
have
many
food
creatures
all
as
over
they
the
can.
place. That can't be a
A
problem.
goblin has left your dungeon.
Okay, that's nice. So long-term action anywhere seems to be causing a lot of trouble. You'd have to manually get the creatures back home, I guess. Which isn't too bad, but it still sort of sucks quite badly. Okay, it looks like when you get a reveal map, you do actually get to see the real terrain. I still like to at least get one of these hidden objects after we get a reveal map, instead of always basically seeing nothing of interest. Yep, we're done.
Game saved. Game giant. Another land corrupted to your cause, and for once your minions are as pleased as you are. Lord Ludwig seems an old and overweight foe. At his peak he would have been a far greater challenge. Still, you took a gamble and appropriated another portal gem. Well done, Keeper.
Threshold spawn seem to be the items. Why did we get them this time? I don't know. Well, yeah, it took way too much time. I think an hour. Definitely not warranted. Definitely not warranted. It's a fairly simple level. Maybe I should just be less cautious and rather fail more rapidly than just try to drag things on. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.